time, we're gonna hope that it works. I don't know why it crashed, but the game crashed, and unfortunately, we're gonna have to restart. But hopefully this time it's gonna work. If it doesn't, I don't know. I just don't know. But fingers crossed, eh? Everybody in the chat, cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross everything you've got, and hopefully the game will run without crashing this time. And you know, I've noticed actually that the longer the game is open for, the more it seems to lag up and hang. So maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe it's because I didn't close the game or something like that. But it's odd. It's very strange. But yes, so this is going to be game number 4 here between TyRanT Warlords and Dreamers. I have to go through my whole introduction shrapnel thing again, but whatever. So we've got FedEx in the red as the Mongols down to the west of the map. Just above him in the grey, we've got Aphrodita in the, playing as the mines in the pocket position. In the other pocket, we've got Gary in the teal, playing as the Vikings. And on the north side, on that flank position for the ZZ team, we've got Patton in the yellow playing as the Huns. So the map, it's, why am I doing the map next? Hold on, no, we need to do the other team. Yes, there is another team right here. Over to the east of the map then in the blue, we've got TyRanT Fire playing as the Vikings. In the pocket position in the green, we've got Riot playing as the Mongols. And in the other pocket, we've got Batgiofro playing as the Mines in orange. And on that flank is Slam in the purple playing as the Huns. So, Team Continental is the map. Pretty cool map. We've seen this map a few times so far this tournament, and in fact, just in general on the in this event, it's been good. It's a good map. I like it a lot. Thank you very much to Inbass for becoming a Wallow Warlord. Much appreciated, man. Thank you for the support, and you are officially the best new subscriber in the world. That's right. Thank you very much, man. So yeah, it's a really good map. We've seen it quite a bunch of times, and I think again it's one of those hybrid maps where it really is important to have that balance of water and land, similar to Descent Ring, the first game we watched in this series. And it is going to it's going to come down to who controls the center at the end of it, but there is still going to be that water element. There is still going to be the fish boom to contend with. There is still going to be a water control that is going to be important. So we'll see how it goes. It should be a lot of fun. And like I was saying before the game crashed in the previous take, I suppose you could say, of this game, the TyRanT guys, if they win it, will win this set. It is a best of 7. It is the first of 4 wins, and it's 3-0 to TyRanT Warlord. So the ZZ guys need to win this. They have to get a win here, otherwise they're out of this section of the tournament. They're not out of the actual tournament themselves. It is a double elimination, so they will just drop down into the lower bracket of the double elimination. And like I said earlier as well, you know, even if they lose this game and they lose this series, the the ZZ team will still have a chance. They're not going to be out of the tournament entirely. They could still even make it to the finals. But it is still worthwhile to play their best, of course, and it's going to be important to win as many games as you can. And they're not going to let anything slide, I feel. They're going to give it their all. So we've seen a bunch of different strategies on this map before. Like, we've seen a bit of everything. We've seen full grush from every player. We've seen full grush from the flanks and the pockets fast castle. We've seen everybody ignore water until the castle age, and then the Viking player decides, oh, I might make some ships now. It's just a little bit of a weird map because no one really has a set strategy. You know, there is no winning strategy for this map, which is a good thing. That's good. That's why we like to see new maps and different maps in these events. So yeah, Fire with the Vikings on the flank. It's a pretty good position. We were saying last time about how Vikings on the flank sucks ass. This time Vikings on the flank is a good thing because it's a water hybrid map. And there we go. Finished replaying the game. We'll load up part 2. There we go. Sorry about that. So there's part 2. So yeah, like Viking on the flank, that's a good thing. They're going to be able to apply that pressure on the water. Now, on the left flank, or the other right flank, we also have Patton, who is the Huns. He could decide to go for a feudal rush on the water, but judging by the fact he's now taking deer and not switching everything he's got into the wood, one would assume that he is not going to do that. He is also looking at his dock location. He's docked in a very safe position, right in the corner of the map, like very far from fire. So I'm getting the feeling here that Patton is not going to want to do a galley rush, and instead he's going to leave that to Gary, who's actually in the pocket position. And if we have a look at his eco, clearly doing a galley rush build, switching everything he's got into the wood. On the left flank, we've got FedEx, who's playing as the Mongols for that super fast, super hot feudal time, sticking up his second dock, with the galley rush build being pretty evident by his villager distribution. God, doesn't that just sound so technical? It really doesn't need to be its only game. Slam, the Huns on this left flank, could be doing the similar strategy to Patton, but instead he is switching his villagers out to take wood and gold for the galley rush build. The Viking player on the TyRanT team is, as we know, on the flank. So it's got to be important for the left flank to protect the water. And they don't have the liberty to use the Viking in the pocket like they have with Gary here. So the first up to feudal is going to be FedEx. He gets the first up to feudal award. There's nobody gets for that, but he gets the honor of being the first one up, and that's not really surprising. He's the Mongols, so he's technically cheating. No, not really. He has that faster hunt gathering speed, so that allows him to get the food up much faster and get up to feudal sooner. Galley's coming out from 2 docks. The third dock will be on the way soon. He's not going to be delaying, or he hasn't delayed Bitaxe at all. And he's going to be... Well, I don't know, actually. Has he got Bitaxe? I don't think he's got Bitaxe yet. He should be getting Bitaxe soon, but he's either got it or I missed it. And that's why I don't see it, so I don't know. But Galley's coming out for him. And heading straight over to Mr. Slam, who is a little slow up to feudal, but he's already up. So he's not like, you know, light years behind or anything like that. Playing as the Huns, 3 docks up and running already. And Huns are a great water sieve as well. Although they don't have as much initial speed, they get up to speed, they catch up very quickly once they reach the feudal age. And in fact, Slam here, putting up a 4th dock really early on, which is interesting. You know, that says to me he is going to go for some seriously large water aggression. So on the right side here, we have got Mr. Fire, who is, as we know, up to the feudal age as well. Having a quick look at him right now. He is producing those galleys pretty quickly himself. Not messing around. Going to protect this right flank and keep the fishing very much alive for the TyRanT team. Now the pocket players... You probably notice here, the pocket players for TyRanT adding in a bunch more fishing ships. Look at this. Riet is on 8 fishing ships right now. Having a look at Badgiofro, he's on 7. These guys are adding in extra ships, and that is because they're going to want to do a nice castle time. They're also going to want to have a really hefty eco to support their expansion into the center of the map. It's so very important. So very important, as I literally just said, to hold the center of the map in the later stages of the Castle Age, and you're only going to be able to hold it in the later stages of the Castle Age if you go there as soon as you can. And it's so important to do that because of the lack of gold on the starting island of each team. There's not a great deal of gold there, so they're going to move out, they're going to put up castles, and as the Mayans especially, Badgiofro are going to be wanting to put up a castle here and get that castle up to secure the center area of the map. Gary, just going for the fishing ships. Good form, Gary, but not killing any fishing ships, unfortunately, so far. But he has got fire on the defensive, which is a good thing, of course. So on the left side, Slam doing fine. And, I mean, really, the TyRanT team, they don't really... I mean, either team, really... Why do I say really so much? I don't know. But they don't really have to... Oh, God, I said it again. God damn it. You know when you're trying to not say a word and you end up saying it subconsciously? That just happened. So, the teams don't have to particularly defend or be aggressive on the flanks. They just have to defend the pocket players, sorry, who are trying to fish boom up. That's the really important thing here, making sure that the pocket players are able to fish boom. So it's not about going really aggressive and taking out the fishing ships of your enemy, although that would be nice. Making sure that your own pocket players even have the fish boom is the most important thing. So if you have the upper hand, then sure, go ahead and get aggressive, but don't be overly aggressive and risk losing a bunch of fishing ships because of that, you know. So that's something that's worth bearing in mind even. God damn it, I cannot speak this evening. Center of the map then, going to be contested very soon. Castle Age is nearly there for Aphrodite. Juan very quickly up. Not bad at all for him. He is the other Mayan player, by the way. And the reason why the Mayans are such a good civ to get up to the Castle Age fast and get that castle up fast is because, one, their resources last 20... Well, they last longer. That's a great thing. They get a lot more out of their starting resources, a lot more out of their boar, and they're able to have a really good start to pretty much every game. But they're also able to get the castle up soon once they get the Castle Age and get the Mayan plumed archers out, which is, of course, very important. Very good for taking map control and holding down the gold piles. I'm surprised that Juan did not set his castle in a more forward location. He could have gone here and had two of these gold piles underneath or in the range of the castle. That would have been a good thing. But obviously, putting this castle in a more defensive position. He was the first up to castle as well, so you know he shouldn't have been worried about being denied that castle there. He should have got that up comfortably. Bagiofro just behind in terms of castle time, but we're not seeing a castle from him yet, which is rather unusual. I imagine a castle will be on the way up soon, and there it is. Again, in a pretty defensive location, which is unusual, in fact, from the games we've seen so far on this map. But still, at the moment, Aphrodite has the upper hand. He's got the castle up already. Bagiofro hasn't even started building his yet, so that means the plumed archers should be more numerous for the ZZ team initially. Bagiofro now even adding in some fire ships as well. And these guys are so serious about defending their fishing ships at the back of the map. Slam on the left side is looking very good, however. And if you have a quick look at Aphrodite, Juan, there's nothing on the back here to protect his fishing ships. The ships from FedEx are really sparse right now. There's only a couple of galleys out, and as a result, Aphrodite, Juan, gonna lose a bunch of fishing ships, 2, 3 down already, and that's just gonna keep going. He's denied fish now, and that is a huge deal. Bagiofro, in contrast, Bagiofro is able to take the fish, basically unstopped in doing that. You know, he's just gonna do that. Nothing's going to stop him at the moment because FedEx's galleys up here pretty low on health. They're being chased down by the guys who are focusing on the water, Fire and Slam, and he's got a safe fish boom, so that's really putting the TyRanT guys in the lead here at the moment. However, we cannot ignore the fact that Aphrodite, Juan, did get those plumed archers out sooner, that castle up sooner, taking control of the center of the map. This could be a problem for the TyRanT team. Worth noting though, Riet's in the center now as well. We've also got Patin, the yellow player, as the Huns in the center as well, bringing in some knights. And a little bit of a skirmish going on between Riet and Patin at the moment with those knights as well. Riet, worth noting as well, has the upgrade advantage. Has got bloodlines and +1 defense versus the unupgraded knights of Patin. But those plumed archers are out already, and that could cause some issues for the other TyRanT team, even, the other players on the TyRanT team, trying to get up their TCs in the center. So the water, not really, no, it's not like Ancient Lake, that bad map that is Ancient Lake. It's not like that. It's much more center orientated with a little bit of action here and there on the water as well. So Fire at the moment already up to castle, of course, getting himself up with +2 attack and range, bodkin arrow, and also war galley. Gary, on the other hand, not castle yet. That's not the first time that's happened in this series of games, and he is forced to retreat. He should be able to get up the war galley upgrade pretty quickly, as well as bodkin arrow here. but he's a little bit sandwiched. It's a Slam fire sandwich at the moment because Slam's up here at the back with war galleys as well. And these guys are looking like they are outnumbering Gary a little bit. Also, not only that, but mostly out-teching Gary. That's the big deal here. War galley significantly stronger than a simple galley. And with much more health, well, not much more, but a little bit more attack, much more health, they are going to be able to do a lot more damage. Gary doesn't look too bad with numbers, and now he's got that upgrade for War Galley. He could fight that, in fact, but a few fishing ships going down in the process. Fire here, splitting off his army to take down Patin's fishers, and now that's a huge difference in economies. So, although at the moment, ZZ have a pretty decent hold of the center, with Aphrodite having a bunch of plumed archers and a TC up, with Patin having a TC up and a bunch of knights as well. You cannot ignore the fact that the ZZ team have pretty much no fishing now. And the TyRanT guys, yep, they're fishing away. They have a lot of fishing ships out, and that's giving their ecos, their entire team, a very big boost overall. So Fire here should be able to reach Imperial faster than Gary because he has the fish. Riot, especially with so many extra fishing ships out, should be able to reach the Imperial Age in a decent time as well. And for Riot, sorry, I literally just said his name. But for Riot, the Imperial time here is going to be crucial because the Mongols, which Riot is playing, really do come into their own once they reach the Imperial Age. Once they are able to start getting those Mangudai out, they are really in a world of their own. And although, yeah, he's making plenty of knights for now, he's not going to want to keep making them for too long. You see, he's kind of drops off the knight production a little bit. He's doing a couple of monks. He's not going to want to over-invest in knights because the Mongols cannot upgrade to paladin. But the knights are a fantastic unit for the Castle Age anyway, and it's totally fine for him to be making them. But it's all about those Mangudai and getting Riot up to the Imperial Age in a good time. You cannot, though, doubt that Aphrodite is a great player. Look at that. Clearly getting a little bit of sling, perhaps, from Gary. But already up to Imp, 25 minutes. That's pretty impressive, actually. He must have got he had to have had his sling. There's no other way he could have done that. 2 castles up. And Aphrodite, Juan here, could just bag ZZ the game. That sling coming in from FedEx, that all-important sling. And you know what, interestingly enough, the sling coming in from the Mongol player of all things. Very strange, very unusual. But they've done it. They've got Aphrodite up to the Imperial Age really very quickly. He's got 106 population. He is looking very good right now. And there's the Imperial Age upgrade for him. Not bad. Really not bad. The question is, can he sustain this pressure? Can he start getting those trebs out and start taking out those buildings on the middle of the map? And I think the answer to that is yes, he can. It's like an Obama poster. Yes, he can. Aphrodite bringing out those trebs very quickly. Going to be focusing down these castles of Bagiofro, no doubt. And with so many plumed archers already up, with a university on the way, he's not going to be very. It's not going to be very long even until he's got those researches done. So very well played by the ZZ team so far. The thing that amazes me though, Riot right now 4,300 points. How has he got so many points? I'd love to know, because his population is not much higher than Aphrodite's. He is about to click up to the Imperial Age. That will knock his score down a peg. But still, I mean, that's pretty impressive. Raiding looking pretty good on Patin at the moment. And although Patin did get up that TC quite early, he's not made much of it so far. Pretty good play by Riot for sure. And the reason, I've just realised, by the way, the reason why Riot's score is so high at the moment is because you might notice he is not getting a sling right now. And Riot is doing this with the fish boom. All of this eco that he's got, this Imperial Age time of like 29 minutes, is simply because of his fish boom. And he's not getting slinged by Fire. Fire is just doing his own thing, you know, taking 3 TCs, going up like that. And Riot doing it on his own. That's the difference between him and Aphrodite right now. And doing a pretty good job of it as well. He's about to click up to the Imperial Age in a minute. I don't know why he's not clicked up yet. Perhaps he doesn't have... He has a castle, so there you go. He's clicking up. Maybe waiting for that castle to complete before he clicks up. And that's pretty decent. The problem is Aphrodite is already imp. He has been for a while. Those Trebs are on the way out. And if Aphrodite is quick and very efficient in his attack, then TyRanT could lose the center pretty quickly here. A fourth castle going up for Aphrodite now on this left side. You can't argue that that is pretty potent, and we're going to see that Trebuchet deploying in a second now as well. Bagiofro up to the Imperial Age. Quite considerably slower than Aphrodite here. Oh, nice Mangonel shot though. Getting a lot of damage onto those plumed archers. Of course, a Mangonel shot, not enough to kill one plumed archer, but really not bad at all. Bagiofro getting sling from Slam here. Sling Slam. Getting sling from Slam. And focusing on going all out onto the center of the map. A lot of resources being paid to Bagiofro, actually. Like, seriously, he's got 1k food and 700 gold at the moment, and he is investing heavily into plumed archers. Mangonel, interesting choice, but it's actually being very effective. And so far, I mean, yeah, upgrade-wise, sure, Aphrodite's ahead, but those Mangonel shots going to be pummeling out the damage. And look at that, causing Aphrodite to overextend. You're kidding me? ZZ calling GG already? Wow, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised at how quickly they called GG on that. Man, what happened to ZZ? They've been playing so well this tournament. I am surprised that this has gone to a 4-0. I mean, we cannot doubt TyRanT are a fantastic team. They have played very well so far this event, but so have ZZ. Oh my goodness, ZZ 4-0 loss to TyRanT there. And I mean, it's understandable why that GG came in. I guess, you know, Aphrodite here denied this castle at, oh, geez, that's like 95% or more, maybe 98%. Let's have a quick check. That castle there at the end, 97%, man. That's a shame. Losing that little push there as well to Bagiofro. And they didn't have that much on the center at the end there. Patin Shaw was taking a bunch of gold, but the Mangonel from Riot was looking a little bit menacing on that right side. And I think the main deal there was that the TyRanT team had the water. That's pretty much all it comes down to at the end of the day. So much more fish for TyRanT. Huge boost to their economies, whilst ZZ had nothing. And although Gary was actually looking pretty good over here on the north, sorry, on the east, rather, you know, he could have done some serious damage there. I mean, Fire didn't have many galleys out, and it seems to me like Gary had a massive advantage there. Could have swooped in and taken down these fishing ships, but I think it was a little bit too late for those guys. Well played by TyRanT, and that's 4-0. Very surprising result, really, as I would have expected the ZZ team to get at least one win. But there you have it, 4-0 to the TyRanT Warlords. Congratulations to those guys.